Hey everybody, it's the coach, and this is Monday Night Football on EA Sports. Ahead, we'll see the NFL's all-time passing leader, Drew Brees, and the New Orleans Saints as they match up with the great Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. With that, let's get up to Green Bay, Wisconsin. Standing by for the call from venerable Lambeau Field, here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Thanks, Coach. Well, both teams were hoping the rain would vacate the Green Bay area by kick, but alas, it's still falling pretty steadily in and around Lambeau Field. We all know this community lives for its Packers, and the green and gold came out of the tunnel a short time ago, and it was loud. We are ready for football, so are they, as the Packers get set to match up with the New Orleans Saints. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Here's Will Lutz ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lambeau. This will be fielded at the 6. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Packers take the field. Aaron Rodgers at the helm. 2019 marking his 12th season as the Packers starter. 15th season overall. Last year for Rodgers, 25 touchdown passes, just 2 interceptions. Rodgers now on first down. The connection made. It's Graham. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. A good, safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
Throwing again on second down. Rodgers, and that's complete to Adams. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards there and a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. He's going to air one out. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Only took him 3 plays, and they're already in the red zone, just like that.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. It's caught here by Adams. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. And now the offensive starters for the Packers.
And a big key is going to be how can these wideouts create separation from the defensive backs? Because we've seen some early success in the passing game in this one, and that's going to need to continue.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. This is caught. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 11 yards there. First down.
Okay, I'm not so great at math, but I just looked over at our statistician, Marvin, and he signaled to me 5 for 5 to get things started here on this opening drive. Where I come from, that's pretty good.
That is pretty good. Now, what do you do defensively to adjust?
Well, this is where you've got to make a decision as a defensive coordinator. Do you really get after the quarterback, or maybe you tighten down on the receivers, bump them off of their routes, chip away at their timing so things aren't as precise as they've been so far in this game? I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. The third-year back from BYU, Jamal Williams with a carry. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. A look here at the Saints starting defense, and for years we always talked about how explosive the offense was. Defense has been so good this year. What's that stat? How long has it been since they've given up 100 yards on the ground? 32 straight games without allowing a 100-yard rusher. They are strong up front, but they're also good on the back end. They're like a basketball team that's good in half-court defense. They get a lot of deflections, which people chart all the time because it disrupts offenses. So can this New Orleans defense stand tall again? 3rd and goal. They'll try to run it in. It's Williams. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense. So on now for the Packers is their all-time leading scorer, Mason Crosby. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense. And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board. After the made field goal, now Crosby will do the kickoff duties. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Saints under longtime head coach Sean Payton. They're led out by their 6-foot quarterback. You may have heard of him. From Purdue, it's Drew Brees. And when you think of Drew Brees, you think of production, and you think of competitiveness. That guy competes on every snap, whether he's throwing it, moving around in the pocket, calling plays, you name it, he knows how to rally a team. So Brees going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. From the gun, it's Brees. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. Let's get a quick look at the Saints offense. So let's all work together on this one because it's natural to just watch the football. But I want all of us to watch the center of this offensive line, the center and the 2 guards. They've got to be able to control the point of attack, and they didn't do such a good job on that last play. Plenty of opportunities to redeem themselves. They'll have to take advantage of that and start to make progress. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. This one into the hands of Ginn out wide. And he'll get nothing out of that one. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. And a peek at the defense for the Packers.
Safety Adrian Amos was a free agent in 2018, and division rival Green Bay took note and brought him to Wisconsin to patrol the center of their defense and also drop down near the line of scrimmage and make some big-time plays in the running game.
It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on third down.
They got it. I got 19. He's mine. He's not.
Shotgun now for Breeze. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Some boos coming down right now from this home crowd after that call.
Yeah, and that was because of the pass interference call, but for a second there, I thought maybe they'd gotten a look at my appearance as Othello in the high school play.
You were Othello?
Not a good one, let me tell you.
Yellow lady, yellow lady.
From midfield, here's Breeze. He gets it to Thomas. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. To throw, it's Breeze. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught 1 of the 3.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now Breeze. And this is going to be incomplete. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3 points?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super toe.
Now Rodgers. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they're marching off another 15 against your squad.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Rodgers will bring him up to the line, 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. To throw is Rodgers. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. Well, prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game. You know, because you do practice it, you do go through it, and in this case, it is clicking exactly like they drew it up.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Rodgers, and he finds his tight end, Graham. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 20-yard line. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Demario Davis, who was the Saints' leading tackler in his first year in New Orleans, in on the stop. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Back for the second quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Watch the run.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Tackle is made by Cameron Jordan. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
Check. 58. Check. 53. Defense wins championships, baby.
Now they'll throw with Rodgers. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. A second broken tackle. And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. A very valuable 9-yard pickup, and now they're set up a little better here for 3rd and goal. So now things get interesting on 3rd and goal from the 1.
This almost becomes a Darwinian call, doesn't it? Almost survival of the fittest here. I know we can go all cliche. I'll go ahead and do it. Who wants it more here? Who has a better leverage at the line?
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. From a yard out. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. That time, a 9-play drive. And the result, a Green Bay score. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Saints ready to get the football back here on offense. And let's go back to the 5-1 start that they've had this season. Obviously very impressive with Bridgewater at quarterback. Last week against Jacksonville, the defense was good, but Jacksonville's defense is good, as you noted. And then this week they're going to go to Chicago against another very stout defense.
Yeah, the Chicago Bears defense can hold people down, so you wonder, can either one of those offenses make any type of headway? The Saints have done just enough. Their 5 wins, a total of 24 points. But they have to love the fact that when their defense trots on the field, they feel like they're in every game.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in, your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Here's Breeze to throw. Going for the deep ball. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. Looking again for Thomas, this time complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 18 there, and the Saints have a 1st down.
Come on, one thing for sure. You know that Michael Thomas is going to be the target on a 3rd down pass, and Drew Brees finds him and keeps this drive moving.
Ready? Yellow lady, yellow lady. Get that quarterback. And
On 1st down, Breeze. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he's got this down to the 35. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
I like that one, partner. They go back-to-back with excellent gains. And really, it shouldn't be a surprise who they were throwing the ball to. He's their best guy.
Yeah, we knew that they would get him involved early. They're doubling down on getting him involved early.
Don't be surprised they'll come right back to him again. They haven't shown the propensity to be able to stop him.
ready.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Breeze again. And brought in by the tight end Cook. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Again, they'll throw with Breeze. And this is Cook with a grab. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Jared Cook is a guy who's been around the NFL. He's been with the Titans, the Rams, the Packers, and the last 2 years in Oakland. Now he makes a move to the Big Easy, where he pairs with Drew Brees and forms a nice little threat.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They try and run on first down, but this one going to lose a couple yards as they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. fans a reminder. I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime previews. So I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando when this one reaches halftime. Did I do okay?
You did great. Not a bad job.
Hey.
Writing down your ad-libs.
If you print it, I'm going to read it. I'm Brandon Gaudin. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. That's caught, it's Thomas. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Breeze now. Got a man open. It's Thomas. It's a touchdown for New Orleans. A 3-yard touchdown pass as they are now on the board here in the first half.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor in effect.
Will Lutz on for the point after. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it all culminates in a Saints touchdown. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Rodgers now on 1st down. And an alley to run. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. And finally down at the 41-yard line. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Adams. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. From midfield, here's Rodgers. And Graham's got it, complete. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Check 53, Mike. I don't think you got it. Slip again.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Here's Rodgers. Going to throw again. The connection made. It's Graham. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. He'll get this off to Jamal Williams. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Nifty running there, but it'll come on what should be the final play of half number 1.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there, just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. So Brees going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. To throw is Brees. It's caught, Smith, and he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Brees going to throw. That'll be complete to Cook, and he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
Brees now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10. Brees leaves this one with Kamara, and this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Again, it's Kamara. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Yellow lady.
Tight ends left. Tight ends left. Even. 4 down.
Breeze now on first down. And Thomas has it. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down.
First down, New Orleans.
Ready.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
We ain't beginning to clear you up.
Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Breeze. Ginn has it complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 23 yards on the play.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. And he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Ready. Yellow lady. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
From the gun, it's Breeze. His pass caught at the 4. A gain of 9 there. Sets up second and goal.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. They come out here in the eye. Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on second and goal? Breeze to throw again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dean Lowry, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
Well, they had the right down and the definite distance to take a shot downfield, but it didn't work out. The way that they had envisioned.
No, that's a situation where if you take a sack close to the line of scrimmage, it's not that bad, but a loss like that, you can't take a sack there.
Yeah, absolutely. The one thing you cannot do, they did.
Breeze now on third and goal. Complete. Smith has it. They'll get nothing out of the completion there, and it leads to a 4th down. Now, the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling can lead to no yards gained.
On fourth down, off goes Drew Brees, and on comes the Saints kicker, Will Lutz, for the field goal attempt. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. The kick by Lutz is good, and that will knot us up at 10. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. This is taken at his 4. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
So here are the Packers now. They get set for their first possession of half number 2. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30.
Watch the run, watch the run.
They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. Oh, he sheds himself free and able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice gain.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Push him back. Push him back.
From just shy of midfield, Rodgers got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Big stop, G.
Quick throw caught out wide by Valdez-Scantling. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
58. 53. Not today, you are. Not today.
On 2nd and 11 now. Rodgers, and he finds his tight end, Graham. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score.
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Packers on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Rodgers now on first down. Open here is Allison. That's complete. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. From the gun, it's Rodgers. He hauls it in. Valdez-Scantling for the Packers touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown catch, and the Packers have taken the lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself, no reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point try now for Crosby. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it ends with a Packers touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 8. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
And maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. Breeze now on first down. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, puts a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. It doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. Deep ball, short ball. That was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Give them 35 yards there on the third down conversion. Well, they had held him pretty well in check, but if you recall back in the first quarter, you said they needed to avoid the big play. He finally gets loose.
And the thing about it, it doesn't have to be a bunch of big plays. Sometimes one big play can be enough. That's why it's tough to deal with a guy like that.
Drew Brees, 6 fourth-quarter comebacks a season ago, and that led the NFL. He'll try to deliver another one. On first down, Brees. And nearly picked off there, and it would have been a great time for their first pick. Instead, it's second down. I guess they're in a situation now, fourth quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted. And if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
Second and 10 from the 33-yard line. Now Brees. This is caught by Ginn. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. The Saints on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. Now Brees again. And brought in by the tight end Cook. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 13-yard line.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's first and 10. Into the red zone, it's Brees. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll be second down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall?
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. From 6 yards away, as they can now even this game here in the fourth quarter with the extra point. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Lutz will look to add the extra point. And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the fourth. So that drive in total 8 plays, and it ends with a touchdown for New Orleans. (17-17) the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 24. This one to the right, caught by Valdez-Scantling. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. On the delay, Jones. Demario Davis there on the stop.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Defensively, mission accomplished, and now with under 3 to go, they may be the last team holding the football.
They may very well be the last team holding the football, unless, of course, you're facing a group that is really aggressive offensively and may want to take a gamble. But theoretically, you've done your job now. You should get the ball back on a punt, but I'd be alert for a fake.
47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Here comes Michael Thomas and the rest of the Saints offense. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it?
Right.
Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 2nd and 9, Breeze, and he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. To throw is Breeze. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Tremont Williams there to break that one up. Well, these corners, I tell you, they've done excellent work all game long.
They remind me of guys in the past who just said, hey, throw it out here 100 times. Nothing good is going to happen. And if you throw it in the wrong place, I'll take it the other way.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
258! Get in the weight room! Get in the weight room!
To throw is Rodgers. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Give him 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Here's Rodgers to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Back to throw, Rodgers. It's caught here by Adams. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
Short gain, last two plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely, this defense, they're saying go right ahead with those. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Open man is Allison, complete. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. So first and 10 now from the 30. Rodgers gives this to Jamal Williams. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Here's second and 9, just a yard on that last run. Again, it's Williams. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Now the Saints will use their third and final timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Rodgers throwing quickly out to Adams. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a second and 11.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's second and 11. Williams looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on third and long. They run it again with Williams. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves him with a fourth down now.
We can't be totally sure that that was by design, but we do know that a lot of kickers like the ball in the right hash in order to kick the field goal.
So a big spot now for Crosby, but he's been here before. Footing obviously an issue in the driving rain. This one for the win. And his kick is good. Despite the rainstorm, a good snap, a good hold, and the kick went through. And there'll be some happy cheeseheads tonight as the Packers have won the game. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. The Packers are winners here as we say so long from Lambeau.